So I'm here with founder of Mentors Care, Dina Petty. So how long have we known each other now?
Gosh, I was trying to think. I think it was 2018,
Yes.
maybe?
So that would make sense. That was the
Yeah.
year that we opened the store here. So
Oh, okay.
that was my first year mentoring with Mentors Care. So about 6 years.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit of how you got started with Mentors Care. You've got a powerful story, testimony. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah. Well, I don't mind telling the story because I hope it inspires people that no matter where you're coming from or how hard it's been, something good could come of it. And so in 2009, I was doing some volunteer work at Midlothian High School, and the principal, Al Hemley, saw that I was kind of good with the kids, and he said, I want to hire you, and it just wasn't quite a fit. He said, you know, we've always needed a mentoring program. And I said, oh my gosh, I would love to do that. And it's based upon my life story. Homelessness, my parents were not wonderful parents. My dad was in some illegal things. My mom was emotionally not well. I would have given anything to have had a mentor when I was in high school. So I started.
Dina, I've been able to see just a transformation on a daily basis of just showing up for these kids and what that means for them.
We've seen it for years. It is not easy work being a mentor. It's hard, but it's so rewarding because these are the kids who are the most lost. They're hurting. They're just the kids that are annoying to the school teachers and to the administrators because they don't do what they're supposed to do, but it's because they've had trauma and they're lost. And but what I have seen over the years is how mentors are changed and how much they love it. And so I think it's a perfect thing. You've got people in the community that see an issue or see a problem and they want to be involved, but they don't know how to connect. You've got the schools that are saying, we need some help. We have a whole culture of kids that are really struggling, and our teachers are there to teach, reading, writing, and arithmetic. They don't have time to deal with all of these issues. So we partner with the schools and we bring in those mentors into the schools, and then the magic happens.
And I've seen that, live that firsthand of just being able to be consistent for these kids and just literally see transformation, even from visit to visit, and even more powerful than that, like I'm a better version of me each time I go of what these kids teach me. Each time I go, I'm a better father, better husband, better boss here, at Chick-fil-A. And so it's been major impact, not only hopefully for the kids, but also it's been transformational for me, which is a big part of why I've continued to mentor for 6 years. And it's a big part of what we do here. Even better than that, we've got leaders here at Chick-fil-A. They're now mentoring there. We've had some work relationships that some of the kids from the program are working at Chick-fil-A. So it's just been a big win for me selfishly, me personally, and also been a big win for our team and for our organization.
It's amazing. And I know that it comes down to you being consistent and showing up and being there for that student every week. And then that relationship builds over time. That's when you start seeing the effects of mentoring because of that relationship that's built. It's intentional relationship. And that's all we're doing is we're just putting two people together. One that I want to do, I want to help, I want to serve, and you've got a student that's lost, been recommended to us by the school. You match them together and then the lives are changed forever. But you've been consistent. You've always shown up, and that's a big factor.
And I think that's the key, is the consistency builds the trust, builds hope, builds transformation. I think that's what we've seen. It's a journey, we know that. There's good days and bad days with the kids of those things, but you get to meet the kids right where they're at and live life with them and help them and see them go on to do bigger, better things and go to college. Some that maybe thought they weren't going to college and be able to, give them hope to be able to do that and be successful. And it's been a big win for us.
I've seen a lot of kids, when you start talking about a future, what do you want to do in the future? They look like you've poured cold water in their face. They look lost. Like, I've never thought about that before. That scares me to death. And so you have somebody that you're building a relationship with, then they start trusting you. Then let's start talking about a future. What do you really see yourself doing? Then they get excited about a future and they start working towards a future. That is transformational to a community. That changes everything.
The other thing I love about Mentors Care is just the trajectory that you help them reach, of just you change trajectory, you change perspective of, again, meeting them where they're at, of all of them have come from different backgrounds. What does success mean to you may mean something completely different to them, and to teach them a new way, show them a new way. Not that everything's bad that they've experienced, but some of it is. And so being able to, really reach those kids and change the way that they look at things and perceive things, and build that trust with them, I think is really important.
I think it's so important that we're giving hope, that no matter where you're coming from, no matter what's happened in your life, you can have hope in a future. You can go and be whatever it is you are called to be. And having somebody believing in you and talking with you every week and building you up to understand what it's going to take to get there one step at a time. It might be overwhelming for some kiddos. They might not have ever thought about a future before, and it scares them to death. But one step at a time, being consistent, meeting with them, then they start believing in a future, and then they can get there. They can get there.
One of the other things that I love about Mentors Care is that it's focused on at-risk students. A lot of nonprofits or other organizations within school, they're high-performing students, and I think some of these kids are the ones that don't get that leadership lesson or don't get that true love, that sometimes they just kind of go meander about their day. And for me, it's encouraging to know that maybe I'm maybe one of the only ones to be able to tell them, I care about you, I believe in you, that you can go to college, that you can do all those things and achieve. And even for me, I was one of those at-risk kids, and without mentors in my life, I would not be where I'm at today. And so, being one of the first, or the first, of graduating college on either side of my family, and that's because of mentors. It's not because of me, it's because of mentors, and that's why I'm passionate about Mentors Care.
That's what Mentors Care is all about. It's about bringing hope. It's about belief in a future, no matter where you've come from. And it's really about unconditional love. These mentors don't want anything but to see you be successful. It's a powerful message.